Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. If you're just starting to learn a new language, you might wonder, where do I begin? Well, learning words is one of the best places to start. Words are like little tools that help you communicate. Even a few basic words can help you say what you need, understand others, and feel more confident. But don't worry, you don't have to learn hundreds of words at once. Start small and focus on simple, everyday words like hello, water, or thank you. These are the words you'll use the most, and they're a great foundation. Learning a few words every day is more effective than trying to memorize too much at once. So take it step by step, enjoy the process, and remember, every word you learn is a step closer to speaking the language with confidence. Let's get started. When you're just starting to learn a new language, it's important to begin with simple, everyday words that you can use right away. These are words that are common in daily conversations and will help you feel more comfortable and confident as you practice. For example, focus on basic words like eat, drink, happy, friend, hello, or goodbye. These are words you'll hear often and can easily use in different situations. Let's look at some examples to see how these words work in sentences. Eat, I want to eat an apple. Drink, can I drink some water? Happy, I feel happy today. Friend, this is my best friend. These short and simple sentences are easy to remember and give you a chance to use the words in context. When you practice these kinds of sentences, you're not just memorizing individual words. You're also learning how to put them together naturally. Another helpful tip is to group these words by topics that matter to you. For example, if you're interested in food, start with words like bread, rice, milk, or coffee. If you're meeting new people, focus on words like name, hello, goodbye, or thank you. The key is to start small. Choose 5 to 10 words each day and practice them until you feel comfortable. Use them in sentences, say them out loud, and try to think of ways they connect to your daily life. Learning simple, useful words first will give you a strong foundation to build on as you grow your vocabulary. Remember, every word you learn is progress. So take it step by step, and soon you'll find yourself understanding and speaking more confidently. Keep going. You're doing great. Using pictures or flashcards is one of the easiest and most effective ways to memorize words, especially for beginners. Our brains are naturally wired to remember images better than plain text. So when you connect a word to a picture, it becomes easier to recall. For example, if you're learning the word apple, you can pair it with a picture of a red apple. Every time you see the image, the word will pop into your mind and you'll start to remember it automatically. You can create your own flashcards at home using paper or index cards. On one side, write the word in your target language, and on the other side, draw or stick a picture of the word. For example, for the word cat, you can draw a small cat or print out a photo. If drawing isn't your thing, don't worry. You can find free images online to use. If you prefer using technology, there are plenty of apps like Quizlet, Anki, or Memrise that let you create digital flashcards. Many of these apps also come with pre-made flashcard sets, so you can start learning right away without much preparation. These apps often use spaced repetition, which means they show you the words at intervals designed to help you remember them better over time. Here's a simple routine to follow with flashcards. 1. Look at the picture side and try to recall the word. 2. Flip the card to check if you're right. 3. Repeat the ones you got wrong until you can remember them easily. You can also organize your flashcards by topics like food, animals, or emotions to make your practice more fun and focused. The great thing about flashcards is that they're portable. You can take them with you anywhere and practice in your free time, like on the bus or during a coffee break. By combining words with pictures, you're making learning both visual and interactive, which makes it not only easier but also more enjoyable. Give it a try. You might be surprised how quickly your vocabulary grows. Repeating words out loud is one of the most powerful ways to remember them. When you say a word aloud, you're not just seeing it or thinking about it, you're hearing it and physically pronouncing it, which helps your brain create stronger connections. This multi-sensory approach makes it easier to remember the word later. For example, if you're learning the word apple, don't just look at it on the page or in an app. Say it out loud. Apple, apple, apple. Repeat it slowly and clearly 3 to 5 times. This repetition helps your brain recognize the word and its sound, making it stick. You can also try saying the word in different tones or even whispering it. It might sound funny, but it's a great way to make the process fun and memorable. After repeating the word by itself, use it in a simple sentence and say that sentence out loud too. For example, this is an apple. Repeat the sentence a few times, focusing on the pronunciation. This helps you practice not only the word, but also how to use it naturally in conversation. You can take this practice further by adding gestures. For instance, if you're learning action words like run or jump, act them out while saying them aloud. These physical movements reinforce the memory even more. Set aside a few minutes each day for this practice. Pick 5 to 10 new words and go through them one by one, saying each word out loud several times. You can even record yourself and listen back to hear how you're improving over time. Another great idea is to teach the words to someone else. When you explain and say the words out loud to a friend, family member, or even your pet, you're strengthening your own memory. By repeating words aloud regularly, you're training your brain and your mouth to work together. It might feel awkward at first, but it's one of the fastest ways to learn and retain new vocabulary. Keep practicing, and soon these words will become second nature. Learning in small groups is one of the easiest and most effective ways to build your vocabulary without feeling overwhelmed. Instead of trying to memorize a long list of words in one sitting, focus on 5 to 10 words a day. This approach is more manageable and allows you to spend time understanding and practicing each word properly. Remember, quality is more important than quantity when it comes to learning new words. To make learning easier and more fun, group your words by topics. For example, if you choose colors, your words for the day might be red, blue, yellow, green, and black. If you're learning words about food, you could focus on apple, bread, milk, rice, and water. Grouping words by theme helps your brain create connections between them, making it easier to remember. Here's a simple method to learn your small group of words. 1. Write each word down in your notebook or on flashcards. 2. Say each word out loud and repeat it a few times. 3. Try using the words in simple sentences. For example, the apple is red, or I drink milk. 4. Review the words at the end of the day and again the next morning. By focusing on a small specific set of words each day, you're giving yourself the chance to master them instead of just recognizing them. Over time, these small groups of words will add up, and your vocabulary will grow without feeling like too much effort. Another helpful tip is to choose topics that interest you or are relevant to your daily life. If you love cooking, learn food-related words. If you're planning a trip, focus on travel-related vocabulary like ticket, airport, or hotel. This makes the learning process more engaging and useful. Remember, the key is consistency. A little bit of practice every day is far better than trying to cram too much at once. So pick your 5 to 10 words, group them by topic, and start building your vocabulary step by step. You'll be amazed at how much you can learn in just a few weeks. One of the most important tips for memorizing words quickly and effectively is to practice every day. Even if you only practice for 10 to 15 minutes each day, that small amount of time can make a huge difference in your progress. Consistency is key when learning a language, and regular practice helps reinforce what you've learned, making it easier to remember and use the words you've studied. The more often you practice, the more familiar the words will become. It's like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. By practicing daily, you're training your brain to remember the words and recall them faster when you need them. Even if you're busy, try to find small pockets of time throughout the day to review. For example, you can practice while waiting for the bus, during a lunch break, or before going to bed. These short practice sessions add up over time and help keep the words fresh in your mind. Start by setting aside a specific time each day to practice. It could be in the morning, after work, or just before bed. Whatever works best for you. Use this time to review your flashcards, say words aloud, or write simple sentences with the new words you've learned. Don't worry if you don't have a lot of time. Short, focused sessions are often more effective than long study marathons. Regular practice also helps build your confidence. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll feel using the words in real-life conversations. And since language learning is all about repetition, the more often you encounter the same words, the easier they'll be to recall. You'll also notice that the words you've learned start to feel more natural, and you'll be able to use them without thinking too much. If you're feeling stuck or frustrated, remind yourself that consistent practice is the secret to success. Every day is an opportunity to improve. Just keep at it, and you'll soon see the results of your daily efforts. So take 10 to 15 minutes today and start practicing. Even a little bit each day goes a long way toward making language learning easier and more enjoyable. In conclusion, remember that learning new words is a journey, not a race. It's important to take your time, enjoy the process, and celebrate the small wins along the way. Don't pressure yourself to learn everything at once. Learning a language is about consistency and steady progress. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, and soon you'll start noticing your improvement. A fun way to make your learning even better is by practicing with friends or family. You can teach them the words you're learning or quiz each other. This not only helps reinforce what you've learned, but also makes the process more enjoyable and social. Plus, you'll feel more motivated when you have someone to practice with. I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments the first word you plan to memorize. Whether it's hello, friend, or something else, it's a great starting point, and it shows your commitment to learning. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more language learning advice. Your support helps me create more content to help you on your language journey. Thanks for watching and happy learning.